Good afternoon, everyone. It's been a while, quite a while since the last time I uploaded my latest video, and my videos have been about spirituality, how we progress in the spiritual path or journey. And in this occasion, I would like to talk about the importance of adopting vegetarian diet for our further spiritual progress. Why should we adopt vegetarian diet instead of mm, meat eating diet? Why should we exclude meat from our diet? And I would like to talk about this from several perspectives. First one is from the historical perspective, and the second, of course, for the spiritual perspective. From the historical perspective, our ancestors, of course, long time ago, 10,000, 20,000, 100 years ago, when we were still hominids, not human, not Homo sapiens yet. Even when we were already Homo sapiens at that time, we evolved into human being. We used to hunt for our food, for our meal. We killed animals. So in our body mechanism, there has been an inbuilt mechanism that we tend to hate breakfast. When you were kids, you don't like having breakfast because our ancestors didn't used to have breakfast. They had to hunt for their meal, so they never had a breakfast. They had to kill the animal before they can eat. They could eat anything. So they had to run for a mile, like hiding somewhere, observing the animal that they were going to kill and eat eventually. So historically speaking, we were all meat eaters. We were all meat eaters, and we were moving from one place to another, following the animals that we eat. At that time, approximately like 10,000 years ago or 15,000 years ago, when human civilization started adopting agricultural agricultural lifestyle. We started planting things. We started settling in one place, not moving from one place to another, being nomads. No, we stopped being a nomad and we started settling. We started planting things that we eat, planting the vegetation, the vegetables, even the fruits, and we started domesticating some animals that could help us in cultivating the land, like cows, like even dogs. We started domesticating animals. At that time, we started becoming less violent than before. Before that, we were very violent. One man could kill one elephant or one buffalo with just like a spear in his hand. They were very strong and consequently violent at the same time. The violent nature started diminishing when human beings started adopting the agricultural lifestyle. And since that time we adopting like a agricultural lifestyle, we started developing what what Deepak Chopra, a very renowned scholar from United States, of America, he called it as a restful awareness. So we didn't have to chase the animal that we eat. We can settle, we can wait. The plantation that we planted for that we would eat at the end of the day. So we were becoming subtler and subtler creatures. Human beings, when they started agricultural, lifestyle, they became less violent. They became more civilized. They became more refined. Yeah. That's from the historical perspective. So, being a vegetarian or adopting a vegetarian diet is actually in line with our evolutionary journey, in line with our evolution. So the next steps we have to take as a human being at this point is adopting a vegetarian diet. Okay, that's enough for the historical perspective. From the spiritual perspective, why do we have to adopt like a vegetarian diet? Is because we want to impose the least pain possible. You know, when we adopt like a meat-eating lifestyle or meat-eating diet, if we want to eat like beef, we have to kill a cow, a bull, you know, and in the process of killing, you can see it's very violent, very brutal. Even you don't want your kids to see how the cows, how the buffaloes are being slaughtered. But nowadays, even when there is a kurban ritual, parents want the kids to watch the ritual. How stupid is that? So the least pain possible. When we eat vegetable, fruits, or like a plant-based food, the pain is still there because they are also living creatures. The plantation, the vegetables, the fruits, but the mind of the vegetable, of the fruits, is not as much as developed as chicken, as cows, as pigs, and other animals that we human beings usually consume. So the least pain possible. When we impose the least pain, we try to impose the least pain. The pain that will be imposed on us will be also minimum. We don't suffer a lot because we don't impose suffering on other creatures, or we try to avoid imposing pain upon other creatures. The second reason from the spiritual perspective is taking the least possible from the earth. If we eat a cow to get 1 kilogram of the meat, we need to feed the cow for 2 years maybe, and how much water, how much grass, how much plantation is spent in the process to get just 1 kilogram of beef. We take a lot if we adopt like from the earth. We take a lot from the earth if we adopt like meat-eating lifestyle or meat-eating diet. And the third spiritual reason for adopting a vegetarian diet is integrating the least compound possible from other creatures. As I told you previously apples are also living creatures. Vegetables are living creatures, but the compound is very little complicated. It's not complicated compared to a cow, for example, a bull. The mind is almost like a human being. If you have like seen like a cow being slaughtered, they can actually cry. And before they were died, they were dead. Sorry, before they're dead, they suffer tremendously, you know, and because their mind is already very developed. So we avoid like further meat eating lifestyle for those reasons that I have mentioned. I have started becoming a vegetarian since 4 years ago, and I'm trying to be more and more like refined in my diet. Maybe I will start adopting a vegan diet even, but it's a process. It is a process. It is not like I decide to, but at least we try to adopt. We don't give excuse for ourselves for just for the sake of like very momentary pleasure of the tongue, of the senses. You know, it's not worth it compared to the possibility of the spiritual height that we can achieve if we start adopting this vegetarian diet. I think that's all, guys, for this occasion. I hope I can continue talking about some spiritual stuff next time. Thank you so much. Namaste.